In 1987, Hasbro introduced Visionaries, the Knights of the Magical Light. The heroic spectral knights fight the evil Darkling Lords for control of Prismos, a world where science and technology have disappeared and been replaced by magic. This short-lived toy line only had one wave of figures and vehicles before being abandoned by Hasbro. And today, we'll be taking a look at one of the Spectral Knights vehicles, the Lancer Cycle, here on Creed's Collection. Here we have the Lancer Cycle from the Blink and You Missed It toy line of the 1980s Visionaries. Yep, it didn't hit like G.I. Joe and Transformers did, but it was still pretty great with a nice cartoon and toy line to back it up. Now, the big gimmick of Visionaries was holograms. That's where all their magical powers came from. So all the vehicles and accessories, including the characters themselves, actually had a hologram built in that allowed them to tap into some sort of magical power. The Lancer Cycle had a few different holographic powers, including these two hands that could fire blasts of magical energy out of the canopy. And the air brake panels have two holographic jousting knights that can be summoned to fight alongside the Lancer Cycle. Finally, on this back spoiler piece, we have a hologram of Merklin the Wizard. He is actually where all of the Visionaries' magical powers are derived from. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the features here. To open the canopy, it swings forward like so. And the Lancer Cycle actually has three wheels, making it more like a trike. One giant one here at the back, and two smaller ones here at the front. One small problem with the Lancer Cycle is this cover for the back wheel. You want to naturally push it forward by that cover, but it will snap out of place and actually grind the wheel to a halt. If you're going to push it, it's better to grab it much lower on this little tab. Oh, and what's this little tab for, you ask? Well, it's not actually to push the vehicle forward, it is actually a staff holder. See, any of the Visionaries that are sold without a vehicle, they come with a staff like the one you see here. And you can add any of those to the Lancer Cycle to imbue it with additional magical powers. And also, it looks really cool. It makes me think of the medieval knights who would ride into battle with the banners on their horses. On the left side of the Lancer Cycle, we have a pretty amazing heavy-duty laser cannon. And on the right side, we have the actual lance itself, with the activation button being hidden right here. It's spring-loaded, so when you push the button, it fires the lance. Here, let's take out He-Man with it. Oh, He-Man down. So now let's take a look at the included pilot figure, Ektar. He comes with his claw and helmet, as well as his sweet fox hologram. On the show, the Spectral Knights and the Darkling Lords could take the form of whatever hologram was inside their chest. That was their individual magic. Visionaries have the exact same articulation as Hasbro's G.I. Joe figures, but they are slightly bigger, about an inch taller. That articulation does include the swivel arm battle grip introduced on the later G.I. Joe toys. Also, I just want to give props to this amazing hand claw weapon. That is one of the greatest weapons I've ever seen a toy have. Here's Ektar's file card. If you'd care to read it, go ahead and pause now. And now for our size comparison with He-Man. As you can see, Visionaries figures, they're just under 5 inches tall, so they're actually pretty big compared to G.I. Joe, but still a little bit smaller than Masters of the Universe. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this look at the Lancer Cycle from the 1987 toy line, Visionaries by Hasbro. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy reviews, and if you enjoy watching them, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts on the toy itself or any other toys you'd like me to review, feel free to leave me a comment. I love to read them and respond to them. I put out a new toy review every Wednesday, so I hope to see you all again next week and every week after, here on Creed's Collection.